In Pre-Teaching Part 1, we looked at types of language to pre-teach, and in this video, Part 2, we'll look at ways that you can do this during school closures. Firstly, you'll need to identify a list of key language from the lesson that you think your learner might have difficulty with. This list might include instructional language, subject-specific language, general academic language, or other language you think your learner is likely to not know but needs to understand in order to complete the lesson content. Then you might want to separate these items into different lists so that your learners understand how the language has been grouped. For more information about kinds of key language, watch Pre-Teaching Part 1. Then you can ask your learners to translate these key items into their home language. It's helpful to include visuals as part of your translation lists, such as this example from the Kickstart New Arrival Programme for primary schools. Be careful when creating these translation lists, as not everything is translatable. Some words or phrases in English don't directly translate into other languages. It's also important to be aware that some words have multiple meanings, such as the word match. You can lie to match a picture to a drawing, watch a football match, or two people could be a good or a bad match. Therefore, it's important when creating word lists for learners to translate that you include context where possible. This might be in the form of a picture, or it might help to provide example sentences, as you can see here. Sometimes both will be helpful. You could ask learners then to use flashcards to try to remember and reinforce those vocabulary items. You could make some, or you could ask your learners to make them. EAL Nexus has many flashcards related to curriculum content. If you want to use an interactive flashcard resource, you could use Quizlet. Quizlet has many free sets that you can direct your learners to. Alternatively, you or your learners can create your own. Quizlet also allows learners to play games and is highly interactive. You could also ask your learners to use online dictionaries to help them hear how the words or phrases are pronounced. They can then try repeating this to practice this themselves. Macmillan Dictionary and Cambridge Dictionary both have this function of being able to click on a word and hear it. For information on bilingual dictionaries and how to use them with your EAL learners, go to the Great Ideas Nexus page. You can also encourage your learners to add this to their vocabulary notebooks. When they're recording their new words, you can encourage them to record the translation. You can also encourage them to record pictures and to copy or ideally write their own example sentence, if possible, and also to record the word class, for example, noun, verb, adjective. The dictionaries mentioned before will have this information. And also the stress. For example, here piano has 3 syllables and the stress is on the second syllable, piano. This should be possible for learners from the end of Key Stage 2, although they may need some support from their parents. Another thing you can do is to make further use of your learner's first language when pre-teaching. To find out more about how to do this, watch the video on taking advantage of EAL learners' first language on EAL Nexus. For further CPD opportunities, the Bell Foundation also runs regular webinars. To sign up to upcoming webinars and to view recordings of previous webinars, go to the Bell Foundation website and then EAL Programme, Training and Webinars. You may also be interested in signing up to one of the Bell Foundation online courses, which you can also find on the website.